So good evening, everyone, and thanks for taking your time to, to come and join our session this evening. This is about project management, people wanting to transition into the project management, IT project management space. This is for them. So a quick introduction from myself. My name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride has been going strong, going to 4 years now. We are based in the UK, and what we do is help people that wants to transition from non-IT or non-technical background into the IT space. So we provide like kind of a boot camp, to take people on a journey so that at the end of the program or at the end of their process with us, they can stand a good chance to compete with people who has been doing it for 2, 3 years in the market. So what we do, we focus more on the practical side of things, you know, we believe when you get your hands dirty, that is the best way you can know it. So it's few few theory, but more of practicals, which I'm still going to talk about later on as well. Also, you have the opportunity to work on a live project where you're going to act. As that is if you're joining the cohort actually, where you're going to act as either a scrum master, either as a project manager or as a scrum master, because the program, the training is kind of a two-in-one. You'll be trained as a project manager and also as a scrum master, so that you don't limit yourself just to a project manager role. So that's what we do, and our courses ranges from project management to business analysis to scrum master slash product owner, software automation testing, DevOps engineer, data analysis. I think that's all. So those are the courses that we run. And based on what we do or what we believe in, we've had so many good testimonies. You can go on our social media page to check that if you want to check that. So we hold you by the hand. We don't leave you hanging, and we expose you to industry standard tools as well, so that because the aim of the program itself is by the time you start applying for jobs, there is no need for you to lie. When it comes to industry standard tools, when it comes to dealing with a team, when it comes to managing a team, conflicts, working as part of it, everything you're going to, go through if you should come on board with us. So let me just give you a brief background about myself. My background was in accounting. I studied accounting. I have masters in accounting, but I only used that certificate, or how many years now? Probably like that 6 years of studying accounting. Probably I only use it to work for 6 months. I realized that it wasn't meant for me. I think I belong to the era whereby parents decide what you study for you, either as a doctor, accountant, lawyer, or engineer. So I chose the easiest way, which is the accounting. But I realized probably after finishing my master's that this wasn't working for me. It's repetition. I don't like repetition, and it's just I can't believe I even have masters in accounting. So I did similar. I enrolled on a similar course back then. It was a 3-month course as well, to transition. But my own transitioning is not even to non-technical IT. What I chose was a technical one. As a software automation engineer. And it was a 3-month course, despite the fact that there wasn't any support. I had to do majority of the work myself, but because I was determined, I wanted that change badly. I had to sacrifice a lot of things. To cut the story short, I'm now working as, a software automation engineer, whereby I write code in programming language like C Sharp. My 6 years in uni or 7 years, I wasn't taught. It was pure accounting. So I transitioned from non-technical to technical. I'm not only working in that space, I teach others as well. I train others as well to become like me. So that is why I know that transitioning, it's a thing of the mind. If you set your mind to achieve anything, it is achievable, it is possible, so if I can try, this is what I tell my students, if I can, if I can do it, I believe everyone with determination, with hunger for change can do it as well. That is what I believe. So if you come on board, we don't only, it's not only about the training for us. We're going to hold you, we're going to walk the walk with you. We're not going to leave you hanging. You become part of the alumni group, you become part of the community, and so many other advantages that you get, from being part of the process as well. So I have a few slides to share with you. After that, I'm going to call on the facilitator that will be taking you on the journey to shed more light into why this is the right time for you to make that move, that career transition move. The benefits of being a Scrum, being a project manager, in this current age, how much they are earning and all of that, is going to share more light. But let me just go through my own slide quickly and without wasting time. So about project management, is going to talk more about all these ones. But this is where I want to lay emphasis on. In the UK, I'm going to be using excuse me, sorry, I've got a cough. I'm going to be using UK because that's where we're based as a benchmark. So an average salary for a project manager in the UK is around 57,000. Well, let's just say 50,000. But if you are looking for a contract role, probably 2-month contract, 3-month contract, 4-month contract, 6 months, 1 year, you are looking around probably £400 a day, £500 a day, £600 a day. Imagine you are getting £500 per day. That's £10,000 per month. It is possible because people are getting it. People who have gone through the project, through the process, they are earning that kind of amount as well. So that is why I know it is possible. Another reason, probably, people are moving into this space as well, especially probably from abroad, is because it's one of the shortage of skilled worker as well in the UK. Meaning, you can be in Nigeria, you can be in Ghana, you can be elsewhere aside the UK. If you are good enough and you apply for a job and you pass the interview and they like you, they can apply for a sponsorship visa for you and bring you from wherever country you're coming from. That's another advantage to this space. And one thing I realize is, many people want this, but because we procrastinate a lot, tomorrow, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next month, I'll do it 2 months time. And what we fail to realize is tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. And you now see someone probably that took the course, when the person started the course, and he now is working in that industry. Now you'll be wondering that, oh, I did have done that training that time as well. Probably I'll be earning this much now, but you never did the training. It's like someone who never played the lottery, and you are wishing that, oh, I wish I was the one who won the 500 billion, but you never played. So you have to be in it to win it. Same thing applies to transitioning as well. We need to act. Many people believe, am I too old to transition? Let me just be earning the little I'm earning now. I'm okay. I'm of that opinion as well, especially when I first moved to the UK, because of the mentality, because of, the people I first stayed with, I had that mentality as well. Someone with a master's degree, they say, what, you better forget about office work, you better go and do care or you do security because that is where the money is, because you'll be able to do long hours. And they believe it's because you are doing long hours, that is why you are going to get, more money. But what is the essence of you using, 90% of your lifetime to work and you never even live to enjoy that money? So I'm of the opinion, that's why the fact that I have the masters, I never looked for office job. I'll be looking for odd jobs because I believe, number one, I can't do it. Number two, they're not getting well paid. So when I see my mates riding good cars, I will tell, oh, you know what, this guy is doing Yahoo or this guy is doing 419, because I never believe someone as young as that can live as good as that, if you understand what I'm talking about. until my eyes eventually opened, until I realized that it is not a must for me to go back to uni for another 4 or 5 years to study business analysis or project management before I can become one. There are short courses I can actually do, based on my strength, that can, fast track the whole process. And that was when I stumbled upon the 3 month course on software automation engineer then. And, it's all a story today. So many of us will believe that, I think it's too late for me to make this move. Let me just be managing what I'm managing. Meanwhile, you have the potential to earn much more than what you are earning at the moment. You just have to believe, sacrifice, be determined, and you'll see what happens at the end of the day. And that is why we're here. We are not only here to give you the training, we are here to support your transitioning. We are here to mentor you. You have people that you can go to when you have, let's say you want to do interview preparation. We are not leaving you hanging. We are taking, we are taking the journey with you all the way. So it's not like, oh, the 3 months done, the 3 months process with us is done, we don't know you again. No, especially me, I don't do that, because the joy of it is when I see my students getting offers. The kind of joy that it brings, what alone cannot express it. It's beyond what I can say. The joy is just so much that, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, he was doing so work, but now, is in a better place, earning better money, to the extent that, people are even getting sponsorship visa jobs. That's why the fact that the company put it boldly there that, we are not giving any sponsorship visa. But because the person can prove that she's very good, they are the one offering her the sponsorship visa without her asking. That is the kind of space you can find yourself with the right knowledge. But you can only get there when you've acquired, the right skill, the right knowledge, and you can give yourself a chance, to earn better in life, to live better in life, to live better life as well. Family balance, especially in IT industry. Hardly would you see probably IT company that you go to work 5 days a week again. Probably the most, probably you see hybrid. I've been working from home now for the last, I can't, even before COVID, probably like 4 years now. Probably I only go to the office once a year. you know that is the joy, that is the opportunity, that is the advantage that you can get when you transition into IT roles. And many people wants to do remote job because of family, because of kids. You want to be able to look after your kids, you want to be able to pick your kids from school and all of that. Like today, I had to go to A&E because my kid wasn't feeling fine. This can only be possible because I work from home. If I'm in the office, that will not be possible. So it gives you that family balance life, if that is what you desire as well. Let me just go on quickly. Why project management? Ability to work remotely anywhere, from anywhere in the world. Since after COVID, it has made it so possible. Before COVID, you can say it's impossible or, very, very rare. But after COVID, it has opened the eyes of companies to see that you don't have to be physically present in the office before you deliver. You can be anywhere as long as you know what you're doing, you can still deliver. That is why they tend to recruit people from any part of the world now. You can be in Nigeria and get a job in Australia. You can be in Ghana and get a job with a company in the UK. You can be in the UK and be working for a company in Australia. I work with a diverse team. I've got team members in India. I've got team members in Ukraine. I've got team members in Africa, Egypt. I've got team members all over the world. This can only be possible because of the ability to work remotely, from any part of the world. And it's in high demand as well. It's really, really in high demand, especially when you are getting 2 trainings for the price of one. You are not limiting yourself to only a project manager role. You can as well function well as a Scrum Master. In fact, the project that you'll be working on, if you should enroll with me, you have the ability, you have the opportunity to act as a project manager, and you have the ability to act as well as a Scrum Master. Why? Because when you are working in an agile environment, probably there is no Scrum Master. Then it's your responsibility as a project manager to take on that role and act, perform all rituals, all agile rituals as Scrum Master would did as well. So it opens you to several opportunities. If you're not applying for a project manager role, you can go for a Scrum Master because you can perform that role effectively as well. So that is the bundle, that is the package I give, that is the kind of opportunity I give to all my students. I try to look for ways they can know beyond what they actually enrolled for, so that they can be competitive in the market as well. So that is that about that. So if you should come on this journey, what will build the roadmap, as in how is it going to look like? What is the process? Please, if you can mute our mic, please. I'll really appreciate that because of the recording. So the training, okay, let's start with the first one. You go through the training. So the whole program is a 3-month program, right? The training, the practical training will be like 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks, because of Agile and Scrum that will be covered as well. That will be twice a week for 6 weeks. And after that, you'll be put on a project for another 2 months. So that's like 3 months, 2 weeks, thereabouts, going to 4 months, thereabouts, so to say. Also, all our courses are CPD accredited. CPD is a professional body, to accredit your course to ensure that it meets the standard, that it should meet. Also, it is recognized in over 60 countries: Ghana, Nigeria, Australia, UK, US. It can go on your LinkedIn, it can go on your CV. It can even act, you can even use it as your personal development or career progression at work as well. Let me quickly show you the website, just in case you want to make more research about it. So this is it. I'll paste it. You can read more about it. And the joy of it is, if you enroll with us as well, you're going to have a free 12-month membership with this as well. And I tell you, there are so many benefits attached to being a member of this body as well. You can read more. I'll paste this in the chat. You can read more about them. And on the right-hand side, you can see this is us under the IT and cybersecurity. This is us on their website as well. Also, when you finish, you are going to get a CPD accredited certificate as well. What does that certificate looks like? This is what the certificate looks like. And it is recognizable in, as I said, in over 60 countries as well. So this is the kind of certificate that you'll be getting at the end of the whole program, because we can ensure that you've met the standard set by this body by the time you are done with us. So that is just, by the way, that is just few of the opportunities that you get on the program. So the whole process is for 3 months, 2 weeks, thereabouts, so to say. As I said, the training will be 5 to 6 weeks, twice a week. A live session with the facilitator, and the other 2 months, it will be you working as part of a team. When I say as part of a team, there will be developer, there will be project manager, there will be scrum master, there will be business analyst, there will be product owner, there will be testers. So you have a full scrum team, a full team to work with and to deliver whatever the project that you need to deliver. When the time comes, you talk more about that. But yes, if you are really, really hungry for a transitioning and you really want to get your hands dirty, then I tell you, you can't get it better anywhere. You have the opportunity, as I said earlier on, to either act as a project manager, not even either, you will be acting as a project manager, and also you can alternate as a sprint goers, as the sprint goes ahead, probably you finish 1-2 week sprint. The other sprint that will be starting, you can, interchange roles and act so that you have the feel what it feels like to be a project manager, what it feels like to be a scrum master. And also when the time comes for you to defend yourself at the interview, you have a good story to tell. Why? Because you've actually done it and you can prove it with industry standard tools that you'll be using, with the knowledge that you are going to get on the project with your team. Sky is the beginning for you. I can assure you of that. If you do your own bit, sky is the limit. So after the training comes the project, which I just talked about. The project will be for 2 months, and you act, you'll be working as part of a full team, developer, tester, business analyst, product owner, full team, also, you see at the bottom of that page, certificates alone cannot get you the job. You need hands-on practical experience to get the job, and that is what we provide. Personally, I don't preach professional certification. Why? And that is based on my own personal experience. That is based on my own personal journey. Why? I have so many certificates. Business analyst, project management, tester, I have different certificates, thinking that as I acquire this certificate, it will give me the opportunity to get roles in that field. But that was a big lie. A certificate without a knowledge will just be sitting under your pillow, because companies want someone who can hit the ground running. They want someone who they can say, okay, you've been hired, who can perform on the job. They don't want someone who will come and be quoting theories from there for them. No, theories is for you to pass exam, because you'll be surprised. Even what you read for your theoretical exam, the way it's done that they told you in the books is different from how it is actually practiced in the workplace. The books are just there for you to pass certification. The way it is done in a work environment, it's totally different. So they want someone with experience. They want someone with knowledge. They want someone with the know-how of the job, not someone who just finished a certification exam and looking. So are they going to hire you as a project manager because you just finished a certification exam without no knowledge? No. But if you have the knowledge and experience without a certification, a professional certification, you can still be hired, because you can convince them at the interview that you know what you're doing. You know what it entails to act as a scrum master or as a project manager, and you can do the job. It is all about doing the job. It's not about the paper that proves that you've done excuse me, you've done 9 VG. You've crammed the stuff to go and do what? To go and pass the theory, to go and pass the certification exam. So it is beyond your certificate. Nowadays, it is your knowledge. That is why, especially probably in developed countries, you'll be wondering that you've got all these certificates, but your boss has no certificate and is earning 3 times than you, that you've gone to all the schools in the whole world. Why? Why is he your boss? Why is he any more than you? He didn't go to school that you went, but the reason is because he has been doing that role for long. He has the experience. That is why he is your boss. And probably this guy that we call your boss is even a college graduate or a dropout. But he's still your boss. Why? Because he has the experience. It is not about the certificate. It is about the experience and the knowledge and your ability to prove to them that you know what you are talking about. The third point, so after you've gone through the training, you've been on the projects, now you can act as a project manager. Now you can act as a scrum master. But if you are not getting calls or recruiters are not reaching out to you, it is because you've not optimized your brand. And what is this your brand that you haven't optimized? It is your CV. Because it is your CV that will speak for you first. It is your LinkedIn presence that will speak for you first before recruiters can even pick up their phone or send an email that, you know what, we would like to have a conversation with you. So that means your CV needs to be revamped to international standards. Also, your LinkedIn as well needs to be optimized. And this is when you start getting the calls. Recruiters will start seeing you, reaching out to you, and you'll be opportune to be invited for an interview. You know, so this stage, it is very, 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 very important. I cannot overemphasize how important this stage is, because if this stage is not done properly, the first and the second stage will just be, as you know, it will be like it's a wasted effort because you won't see the result. Despite the fact that you know what you're talking about, despite the fact that you know the job, you know the role, but you are not getting calls. But if you are not getting calls, you cannot be hired. So we need you to get the calls. And before you can start getting the calls, your brand must be optimized. You know, then you can start getting the calls. After that, then, you know, interviews will be arranged, and we don't leave you alone as well. When it comes to interview preparation, we do that with you because the joy of it at the end of the day is you getting the job. That is the joy. It is not only about passing through the process. The joy comes when that offer letter is given to you. You know, that is when, as I said, I cannot tell you how much more that means to me, because I know someone somewhere will ask you, "Oh, Andrew, how did you do it?" And you can say, "You know what? I've only been on a 3-month course, you know, and I acquire so knowledge from that training. And with the knowledge that I acquired, I was able to apply for so role, and I got the role." You know, that is the joy. You know, the joy that comes from referral. You know, it's you cannot I cannot talk. You know, it's just so loving. That is it. So we are on the same journey with you. We walk the walk with you. That is if you are ready to walk the walk, because many, myself inclusive, then, you know, it's all about procrastination. I'll say, you know what, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm okay with what I'm doing now, the security I'm doing, but yeah, I'll try and do training tomorrow or next month, or I don't have the money now. I'll wait till month end when I get the money or when I get paid. Month end when I get paid, something else has cropped up. Well, you know what? I'll wait for next month. You know, next month never comes. You know, tomorrow never comes, next month never comes. That is why the best time to act is today. God forbid bad thing. Someone just called from somewhere that, you know what, we need this money urgently. If not, so and so will happen. Despite the fact that you don't have that money, you will go and borrow that money for that person. But when it comes to investing in ourselves, we find it reluctant. We find that, you know what, how can I spend £400, £500 on myself for what? You know? And you know, the best gifts you can ever give to yourself is knowledge. Knowledge is power. You know, and it is always good to unlearn so that we can relearn, so that we can put ourselves in a better position, better situation, better living condition. And just to say the few, these are just a sample of the jobs that I took screenshot of on the website. This is from JobServe. You can see the first one is a contract role paying 650 to 750 per day. Let's just say 600 per day. 600 per day is £12,000 per month. Again, I'm using UK because that is where I live, but this is applicable any part of the world that you're joined from. You know, I'm just using this as a benchmark. When you get £600 per day here, that means you are getting £12,000 per month. If you get £12,000 per month for 6 months, that is the salary of someone in 2 years. Now tell me, why won't you live a good life? Why won't you drive a good car? You know, that was a mistake I made then. When I saw young guys driving good cars, I said, you know, they are Yahoo guys. And not all of them are Yahoo guys. Most of them are doing good jobs in the city, working with good companies, doing a contract roles. But my eyes wasn't open then. What's the name of that English again? When I've forgotten. But I was just one-way traffic. That the only way you can make money is by doing long hours, spending all your life working for someone. And these are not easy jobs, going for a job for 14 hours and you say you are making money. What sort of money are you making for 14 hours? The money that you cannot spend on yourself. You don't even have the time to spend the money on yourself, because if you're doing 14 hours at work, what remains in the day in 24 hours? So why must we live that kind of a life? There are better ways. People are living much more better. You can make life easier, but that can only happen, when we acquire the right skill to make that happen. Another slide is this one. This one is a permanent role paying. The one on the left is paying up to 90,000 pounds per year. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And that is possible. That is doable. You can get that. A good example is one of my students that just started a role in February. He did my own course because I facilitate the software automation course. He did my own course. He finished last year, September. I started applying for jobs, getting no's. He was getting frustrated that, what, I think I'm going to go back to what I was doing. But I told him, what will be your testimony if you give up now? You never know whether the next interview you're going to get will be your job. And all these people telling you no's is just to prepare you for the one that will say yes to you. He summoned the courage. He continued to apply, until January this year. This particular company, he went for their interviews, the first stage, the second stage, the third stage. They liked him. They now asked him, how much are you expecting us to offer you per annum? He said 45,000, between 40, 45,000, because he doesn't want to overshoot the price so that they won't say no to him. And said, okay. When they came back to him and, we really like you, you did well, and we'd like to offer you the role. Your starting salary will be 62,000 pounds per annum, plus the benefits, that will be 75,000 per annum. This was someone who finished a 3-month course last year, September. This was someone that his current role is getting 35,000 pounds per annum. And this new job is now telling you they will be offering you 75,000. That is double what he was getting before. Even more than double what he was getting before. These are the kind of opportunities that can come your way when you have the right knowledge, when you have the right skill. Everything will work together for good. All right. So on the journey tools, you will learn Gantt chart, work breakdown structure, Jira, Microsoft Project, IdeaBoard, Planet Poker. Those are industry standard tools. You cannot learn all the tools, but when you know how to use the key ones, whatever they are using where you end up working, you'll be able to survive on their job. Microsoft Project is one of the key tools you need to learn, when it comes to a project management role. It's like the baba of them all, the father of them all. But the unfortunate part of it is there is no free version of Microsoft Project. There is no free version. So you can't say we want to download Microsoft Project and use it for 1 month. No, you won't get a free version of Microsoft Project. And the price, you can see how much it's going for. This is not even me. This is from their own website. It's going for 679 pounds. That is the price it's going for in the market. And we need this to work on. If you end up enrolling with us, you need this as well. You need it. It's one of the key tools that we must work with, or you must know how to work with. But what happens? Let's see. So this is the offer I'm giving today. if you are enrolling, so this course is starting on the, on the 3rd of April. It's starting on the 3rd of April. So anyone that enrolls between now and the 29th of this month, I'm going to give the Microsoft project. The Microsoft project, I'm going to give it free of charge. That is the first offer. Microsoft project that costs $679, I'm going to give you free of charge for life. It's not like you want to use it for only my training. You have it for life. After my training, wherever you go to, until probably that laptop is no longer working, you have it. Another offer I'm going to be given this night is for anyone that enrolls between the date I set as well. Aside the Microsoft project I'm going to give for free, I'm also going to give a 40% discount. You cannot get a better offer out there. I can beat my chest for that. And with the quality of what you're going to get, you cannot get a better price out there. And this is the funniest part as well. After the 40% discount, it is not even everything that is due at once. It is only half that is required for you to start on the journey. And the other half can be paid within 5 to 6 weeks, between 5 to 6 weeks before you start on the project. The balance needs to be paid. But for you to start the training, it's only half that is required. If you have everything you want to pay at once, why not? You can pay at once. But because I want to make things as easy as possible for people out there, and I know majority when it comes to money, I want to make it convenient for everyone, because I understand what it is, when it comes to doing boot camp. I know the prices people are placing on courses out there, despite the fact that the quality is nowhere around what we offer. But because I want people to excel, I want people to go out there, flourish, prosper, and because I believe when we provide a good quality, you'll be able to refer us next time. You know what? Go to Akin or go to Learn with Pride. You know what? You get the value for your money. And also, you are not only you won't only be trained as a project manager as well, as I said earlier on. Also, you at the end of the day, you can act as a scrum master. You can take up that role as well. All right. Before I hand it over to Michael, we will talk more about the project management training. If you want to, probably after the session, you have any question you want to ask me, you can see the number on your screen, and you can send a WhatsApp number. You can send me a WhatsApp number on that number. You can send us a DM on Instagram, and when the time comes, when you want to revamp your CV, we'll refer you to Career Deck Limited, and you get discount from them as well when the time comes. So that is where I'll be stopping for now. You can take a screenshot of this. Probably if you need to call me, or sorry, if you need to chat me up, rather, you can only get me on WhatsApp on that number. If you need to chat me up, you are more than welcome to ask me anything by message on there. So for now, I'll be stopping. I'll be pausing for now, and I would like to call on Michael to shed more light into a life of a project manager or a life of a scrum master, what it entails, what you stand to benefit, the opportunities out there, the benefits, I will talk more about that. So without further ado, Michael, please, you can unmute. I'll stop sharing now and you can take it from there. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much, Akin. Thank you very much for the in-depth explanation you have done. I want to thank everybody who's on this call. Thank you very much for giving Learn with Pride the opportunity to hold your hands on this journey to becoming a project manager slash Scrum Master, in this IT space. So I'll be sharing my screen to basically put you through what the course entails. and what you'll be learning, and the benefits you'll be getting from the course. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay. All right. So Akin has talked so much about the institution, which is Learn with Pride. And Learn with Pride, like he has said, is a transition to tech training company. And our goal, basically, or our vision, is to bridge the gap between education and experience. I know a lot of us have acquired education at different levels, but because times are changing, we're now trying to bridge that gap between what you already know and the experience you have, and help you channel it to this new space you want to get into. Because I know that some of us want to transition into tech, some of us want to acquire more skills and all of that. So at Learn with Pride, we provide support and career advice, mentorship, and interview preparation during the course of your journey with us. The promise is to get you, the learner, prepared and exposed to opportunities in the IT industry by providing you real project delivery work experience. Now, this course is not just to talk to you, to just bombard you with information, but we are willing to hold your hand and walk you through, giving you that experience of a real project. Okay, so my name is Michael Onyedikechi. I'm a project and product management professional. I have over 20 years work experience in various sectors. Now, like Akins gave his own story, I also transitioned into tech about 6 years ago. I used to be an administrator in a security firm. And after doing that for about 5 years, I discovered that tech was like the new oil, or tech was like the new gold. And so I said, okay, what is it going to take? Now, the truth is, the tech space gives you opportunity to be what you want to be. It doesn't limit you in any way, either by age or by, it doesn't limit you in any way. Okay, so no matter your age, you can transition. No matter your age, you can get to the highest level in the IT space. So I took that dive, and that's how I became a project and product manager in my field. So I'm passionate about leading teams and developing strategic project and product roadmaps, providing solutions to my clients. And I have a great understanding of software development lifecycle. So being an IT project manager, you must have a great understanding of software development, because that's the space you're coming into. And I have that experience, and I'm willing to share that with you. So this course is for you if you want to learn the skill of becoming an IT project manager or a digital project manager. So the words are interchangeable, such that when you want to begin to apply for jobs and you see roles for digital project manager or IT project manager, it's still the same. Or you want to acquire experience, okay, as a project manager, or just to sharpen your experience as a project manager, this course is also for you. And then you may also be new in the project management space and you want to build a career around project management, this course is for you. And then you also want to just switch into the IT space, this course is also for you. Now, this course is in two forms. Okay, there's the theory and practical, which is one form, and then there's the live project, which is the second side of the project. Now, the theory and practical is going to be for 5 weeks, which will run for a minimum of 1 hour, 45 minutes. And in that 5 weeks, you have theory, whereby on the first day where we meet, we're going to talk about, we're going to discuss some deliverables. And then by the second time we meet, which is the practical, we're going to talk about we're going to work on those deliverables we talked about in the first day. So this class, the theory is scheduled to hold on a Monday and the practical is scheduled to hold on a Friday within the same week. So on the Monday, we do the theory, and then on Friday, we do the practical. Then in the course of this training, you have to collaborate with your fellow class members on the case study, because there's a case study we're going to be working on in the course of this program. And then at the end of this 5 weeks, you will do a presentation of your deliverables. So we're not just going to teach you and expect you to know it all. You're going to do a presentation. So in the course of that presentation, we're going to guide you, okay, as regards, okay, this is the area where you've made a mistake. This is an area where you've done well, okay. For this deliverable, this is how you do it, and all of that. So this course presentation is very, very important also. And then after that, you're going to be put on a live project. This live project is not like the case study, and it's not a capstone project, but this is a live project where you're going to interact with a project owner, a stakeholder. You're going to interact with other members of the team to create that project. And then the structure of the live project is such that after the 1 week where you do your cost deliverables presentation, you will work on a client's project with a cross-functional team. The cross-functional team, Akin has spoken about it. You work with business analysts, you work with software developers, you work with software testers, and product designers, depending on the project you're working on. So this cross-functional team, you're going to be the project manager. You're going to be the one managing the project. Now, in the course of this live project, the purpose is for you to gain practical work experience, which you can include on your resume as part of your work experience, because we are exposing you to the real thing, what is actually done in the big companies, what tech companies do is what the live project will expose you to. So other benefits of this program is your resume can be revamped, your LinkedIn profile can be optimized, and you gain training support and mentorship. Okay, if you have interviews, you'll be prepared for those interviews. And then there's a platform for alumni where you get information, you get job posts, so that you can apply for jobs. You get tips on how to apply for jobs. You get tips on how to prepare for interviews and all of that on that alumni platform. So our learning outcome, what we intend to achieve is that you'll be fully prepared and equipped to be an efficient project manager. And how are we delivering this? We're delivering it in 3 ways. There will be delivery based, there will be case study, and there will be role play. So the deliverable is, there are 9 project deliverables that you're going to be working on. And then there's 1 case study that will be our guide. And then after that will be the live project. So at the live project, you play that role of a project manager. So the curriculum is this. On Monday the 3rd, we're going to begin with introduction to project management, talk about project initiation activities, talk about stakeholder management. We'll talk about the RACI matrix. And then the Friday, where we'll do the practicals, we'll look at completing our project charter. We'll look at the stakeholder register and the RACI log. So these are things that will give you an idea of what a project manager does when he's on a project. Okay, so the second week, we'll look at project planning activities, communication plan, resource management, cost management, risk management, and we'll also look at the work breakdown structure. Then the Friday, we'll work with our Microsoft project. That's why I'm excited that Akin is offering it for free to those who enroll, because Microsoft project is the major tool used in project planning and developing your work breakdown structure. Okay, so we'll talk about RAID log, talk about communication plan, and and all of that. So in the third week, we will look at project execution activities. We'll look at project status report. The fourth week, we'll look at project closure activities. Then the fifth week, the fourth week, the practical of the fourth week, that's where we'll be introduced to Jira. Now, Jira is a project management planning tool, okay? And it is one of the major tools project managers use to plan their projects. So you'll be introduced to Jira, and you'll be shown how it works, how you can upload your tasks, how you can use it to plan your project with your cross-functional team. Okay, it's also in this class, we'll look at LinkedIn optimization and then interview preparation. Then the fifth week, we'll talk about the Scrum. Scrum is a methodology, is an agile methodology that is used when you're working on your project. Now, we're not just limiting our training to agile methodology, we're also going to look at the waterfall methodology as a methodology in carrying out your project activities. So, but for the agile, we're looking at Scrum, and then we're talking about everything Scrum, the Scrum ceremonies, the Scrum events, and all of that. And then the Friday of that, we're going to talk about how to work in a cross-functional team and how to interact and relate with other team members. And then the sixth week is when we do our class presentation. So the benefits for this course, you'll be taught the software development lifecycle. There will obviously be team experience via collaborations. You'll be taught the project management methodologies. You work on a live project. You have access to a cross-functional project team. There will be course completion certificate at the end of this project. And then your project deliverables will be reviewed so that you'll be given advice where necessary. And then other benefits include you learn key roles and responsibilities of a project manager. You learn how to plan, schedule, and budget your projects. You gain access to project management templates and materials. You learn the different phases of the project lifecycle. You learn the 10 knowledge areas of project management and the 49 project management processes, and then how to execute a project in an agile environment using Jira or in a waterfall environment using your Gantt charts. So these are part of the benefits you're going to get in the course of taking in the course of being on this journey with us. All right, so we'll look at what you could earn as a project manager. Now, yes, I know this is a course that you probably feel that, oh, I just started. The truth is you could begin anywhere, either as a junior project manager or a project coordinator or a project officer. Okay, so whatever project role you find yourself occupying and whatever industry you find yourself occupying, in, there's always a need for a project manager. So you could start from the base, okay, depending on your, should I call it your risk appetite, or you could go as high as applying for a job for a senior project manager and you still get the job, okay? So you are not to limit yourself in any way. Rather, you are supposed to, explore and exploit your opportunities as much as possible. So this is also showing how much a project manager earns. And still part of our learning outcome is that at the end of the course, you will be able to apply the project management principles, techniques, and processes to your operations so you can effectively run your project successfully. And you may be in any sector: entertainment, oil and gas, fintech space. You could be in any space, insurance, and still operate as a project manager. The skills you would have acquired from the training will be retained and transferred through the implementation of the learning methodologies used to impart the learning outcomes. So our learning outcome is that at the end, we want to make sure that you are an efficient project manager. So our success is your goal. Sorry, your success is our goal. Okay, your success is our goal because we want you to be equipped.
It's both ways. Your success is also our goal. Our goal is also our success is also your goal. Vice versa.
All right, thank you very much for that.
It's not a big
okay. Thank you very much for that. All right, so we want you to be really equipped with the skills that will enable you execute any kind of project, no matter the capacity of the project. And so for you to be exceptional, we need you to put your skin in the game. We need you to study. We need you to ask questions. We need you to reach out to your tutor whenever you have any challenge, so that you'll be guided to really be prepared to be that exceptional project manager. And so, what are you waiting for? I'm looking forward to be your tutor. I'm looking forward to hold your hand to ensure that you get to that destination, because I know that most of us want to acquire this skill. Yeah, for those in Nigeria, so that you could relocate and maybe to also get remote jobs. So for whatever reason you're taking this course, I know that you're going to succeed. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. If you have any questions, please, you can raise your hands and I will be calling people that raised their hand. Michael, if you want to stop sharing, please. Thank you so much. So please, if you have any questions regarding anything that is not clear, you can raise your hand, and also you can put your questions in the chat and I'll be reading them up. But as much as I want to be reading questions up, I as well want to hear people's voice. I want to listen to you as well. I want to hear from you. I want to, listen to your beautiful voices as well. So please, don't be shy to raise your hand. Don't be shy to, ask any question that is not clear. Johnson, you raised your hand. Let's go with you first. You can unmute and ask your question. Johnson, you raise your hand.
Yes. Okay. Hi. Thanks for for the opportunity to be part of the program. I did actually put my question out there, but I thought I didn't see any response from you, so I thought I may just.
Okay. I'll still be going through. Yeah, you can ask me now though.
So and like I said, I think the offers sounds really good. I know people who have done this. I've done a few courses as well, but like you said at the beginning, it's not really about the certificates as much as the experience. But to be honest with you, most of the things you've said here, I've heard most of them. Like I said, I've had a few. In fact, your story is almost my story. It's just that I haven't been able to break through like you have. I did software testing some time ago. Okay. I've done this same project management training, where almost everything you said is what you are told, would assist you with this, would do this, would do that. At the end of the day, to be honest, it's not the certificate you get from it. It's about the experience they actually pull you through and how much backup they want to give for your CV. You understand? And most of this training I said I have gone through, I didn't really get that, which is why I am still actually where I am. So, and the question I had out there is, assurances about, it's I job search a lot, so I know it's not really saying the amount here, what you got and what you're gonna get paid. It's not really the attraction for me. That may sound very odd. Okay, to be honest, I did project management. I have an MS in project management. Okay. And I have done Prince 2. I have done software training. I've done. So the question I'm asking is, how much of this, employers tell you they need maybe a minimum of 2-3 years experience. So we're just gonna do this with you for 6 weeks or whatever, and then maybe the practical bit is just gonna be for a couple of weeks and all that. So probably this should have been a private question between you and I. I don't know how much actually you can help us with regards to the CV that we make it. We will do everything we need to do to study, to learn the tools, and then go there. The rest will be for us to defend. But how much backup can we get in terms of CV creation? I mean, that is my area of concern.
All right, Johnson, I understand you fully well. Number one thing I'll ask you to do is take a screenshot of that number on your screen and message me after. But the way I'm going to answer your question is, there is nothing impossible to achieve. And there is always a way to every problem. There's always a solution to every problem. I fully understand that the 3 months, despite the fact that I'm going to give you a reference, part of the package, I'm not sure whether I made mention of this. So the money you are paying, what it covers, the practical training, the live project, the mentorship, the support, the interview preparation, the CPD accredited certificate, and also I'm going to give you a reference for the duration that you are with me. But that being said, because I know many will be worried about, the experience is not enough, they need 2 years, they need 3 years. But all I can tell you, because this session is being recorded, is there's always a solution to every problem. So if you want to hear the solution to every problem, you can message me or you can call me and we can talk. And you realize that it is not actually a problem. Johnson, has that answered your question?
Yes, it has. Thank you so very much. And I think it was, I do understand everything you say. Thank you. I'll be giving you a call.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. Elijah, you raised your hand. Can you unmute and ask your question?
Oh, hello, Sonny. My name is Elijah.
Hi, Elijah.
I'm watching live from London, Stratford to be specific.
Hello.
My first question is, the tools that we're going to use like Jira and MS Project. You're giving us MS Project for free.
Yes.
With regards to Jira, if we get a Jira, are we going to get it so that we can also practice it?
Jira is an open source. That is why they made so Jira is not a problem at all. You can practice on Jira on your own. That is not a problem at all. So that is an open source. You can use it. It's got a free version that you can use. You don't need to pay and all of that. So yeah, that's fine. Jira is fine.
My last question is, the course is for 3 months. Do you have a training portal that we can watch videos and learn on our own?
Yes. So every session will be recorded. And also, although, our LMSs, we have an LMS, where you can watch the recordings from, although at the moment, we are working from the back end on the website. So if you go on the website now, it will tell you that it's going through maintenance. But yes, every session is recorded and you have access to all the recordings, either through the LMS or through other means. Yes.
My last one is on the live projects. Are we going to do 1 project or it's going to be 2 projects?
It depends. But the minimum, at least you do 1. You might be involved in. What I realized is it's not like you can be involved in multiple projects. But what I realized is the commitment it will be shaky. 1 project would suffer. That is what in the past, because you won't be the first one that will ask the same question. And I've actually tried it out before. The ability to undo 2 projects at the same time without none of them suffering is really key. So if you can do that, why not? I can put you on multiple projects.
Okay, yeah, thank you very
much. But don't forget the fact that you won't only be acting as the project manager. Okay. Also, I want to expose you to a Scrum Master role, because you might find job tomorrow, which is an agile environment, and they require a Scrum Master and they don't have one, and you'll be required to do the work. How would you survive?
Okay, so if you are acting as a project manager and the project hasn't ended or it hasn't come to a closure, can you be acting as a Scrum Master as well, or you have all the process to go through?
You can do both at the same time.
You can do both at the same time.
That is why I'm telling you. That is why I'm telling you that if your project requires a Scrum Master, but they don't have one, and you are the project manager, you will be the one to take on the mantle to act your own role and also to act as a Scrum Master at the same time.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so that's from Elijah. Let me go through. Please, if you have more questions, from anyone, please don't be shy. Talk to me. You can unmute. You can let me see you if you want me to see you. Let me just read the question from the chat. While I'm doing that, please, if you have any question, please kindly raise your hand and I will attend to you shortly. So let me go through the question. Let me go through. Oh, so Johnson, this is from you. Very true. Certificate are worthless. Been in the market now for a while. Honestly, I think the way we were brought up, they make us believe that we cannot achieve anything without you getting that certification. You know, that's the way most of us are brought up, myself inclusive, you know. But things are changing. Experience and knowledge now is being valued more than certificates. I can tell you that for fact. So are we learning all these tools? Yes, you'll be learning all these tools. So MS Project, Jira, Idea Board, Idea Board, Planet Poker, those are the tools that you use during your sprint planning, sprint retrospective. MS Project, you use it for your project management. Jira, you use it for your tasks on the board, on Jira board, and other things as well. Yeah, so all the tools that I showed up there earlier on, yes, you'll be using all the tools. Yeah. So how much if I'm getting 40%? That would be 360. So the original cost is, let's say, £600. After 40%, that will be 360. And out of that 360, only half is required to start. And the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks, just before you start on the live project. Everything needs to be paid. Yep. Sounds really good, but I need assurance regarding experience. Okay, that's from Johnson again. Johnson, you can chat me up after this call or anytime you are free. All right, what's the difference between, okay, Michael, this is for you. This is from Collins. What is the difference between project manager and product manager?
Okay, though we're not discussing that, but basically, a project manager works on a project from start to finish, but the product manager ensures that the product is created at the end of the project. Okay, so because not all projects get successful, but a product manager ensures that the product we're to deliver, we get to deliver it. But a project manager may not be working on a product per se. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Hello?
Are you clear with that, Collins? Are you on the call? I don't know whether you're still on the call though. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
How much is it cost in US dollars? I think I've answered this one. So that would be 720 before the discount. And if you take away the 40% discount, I'm not good in maths. I don't know how much that would be, but that would be much lesser than that. Okay, this is from Johnson again. Employer requires a certain amount of years of experience. How do you help us with that? So I fully understand. More reason.
Can I say something with regards to that?
Yeah.
Can I say something with regards to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, in the course of the project, you'll be working on a case study. So, and for that case study, you will play the role of a project manager, ensuring that you complete all your deliverables. So with that, you can also include it on your CV as part of your experience. Okay, so if because yeah, I know you're talking about experience, but most interviews that I know of that I've gone on and that I've been part of, they don't necessarily ask you for years experience, though. Yeah, some would say 10 years because that's when you're talking about a senior role. But for an entry role, they don't ask you for years of experience. Okay. What they want to know is how many projects you have worked on. So the more projects you work on, the merrier. So you are free to include you are free to include this as part of your project experience. And then the live project also is another experience of a project that you're working on or that you're going to work on. So technically from this course or from this training, you'll be leaving with 2 different work experience or 2 different project experience. Let's put it that way.
Thanks, Michael. Please, I'm still expecting people to interact with me. Let's make it interactive, raise your hand, ask me questions, anything you are unsure of, and either me or Michael will answer you as well. All right. So is the practicals old online? Everything is virtual, because I'm sure at the end of the day, when you want to get this job of yours that we're talking about, you want a remote job. If you are doing a remote job, you'll be working from your house. That means you'll be working remotely. You'll be working, virtually. That is the same experience we want you to take home from here. So the trainings are online, but they are not pre-recorded. Don't get it wrong. They are not pre-recorded. They are live trainings that'll take place online. Also, the project as well, it's virtual as well. Your team members might be scattered all around the world. Well, your team member might be in Nigeria, might be in Ukraine, might be in UK, and you need to work with everyone. So we want you to, experience the real stuff, not that's why you are not working on a capstone. It could have been easier for you to work on a capstone, but no, I want you to experience the best. I want you to take home the best. So yes, the answer to that question is everything will be online. How much is the cost? The cost is $599, but you have 40% discount. After 40% discount, the price to pay will be £360. And it is only half of that is required to start, and the other half can be paid within 5 to 6 weeks before you start on the project. Is this school also online? We are online, but we have a physical office, just that we don't go to the office. Our office is in London. It's a registered company, so it's not like we are operating under one. So you can Google us. If you're in the UK, you can go to the, what's it called? What's that about the UK Gov or whatever to search for, it's a legit, company that has its office in central London, but we work from home as well. Nathaniel, you raise your hand. Do you want to unmute and ask your question? Nathaniel.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Nathaniel.
Sorry, I came in late. I went to church. Just came in now, and I know a lot has been said. But when I'm asking this question right now, I'm presently in Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm on call. My question is I've been doing some project prior to this time. I have some project managers and handbooks that I'm using on my own. And I've done some trainings. But what I am asking now is how do I go into it? Like now I'm seeing your cost for £599.
Yeah.
Now, if we are to convert to Naira, how much will that be?
That would be 510.
10,000.
Before discount, before the 40% discount.
Okay, before the 40% discount. And like you said, everything will be virtual.
Yeah, everything is virtual, yeah.
Now, what about mostly like me now, I might not remember when the class will be going on. Then what about if I come on later? Will I be able to get
every session is recorded?
Access?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every session is recorded. And you have access to it as well.
Okay, but what about the certificate?
All right. So that showed that you really joined late. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
So when it comes to professional certificates, we as a company, we don't preach that.
Okay.
That being said, in your own little corner, you can read for the certification and go and do it. But because based on experience now, having the certificate without the knowledge is a waste of money. You know?
Okay.
But the knowledge, so having the certificate without the knowledge, you will not, it will just slip under your pillow. But if you have the experience and knowledge without the certificate, you can still get a job, right? So it's something you can do at your own convenient time. That is the professional certificate. But the course itself is accredited by a professional body called CPD Standard Office. You can Google them and you can find us on there as well. So we'll be giving you at the end of the journey the CPD accredited certificate, which is recognized in over 60 countries. Nigeria, Ghana, UK, US, over 60 countries, it is recognizable. You can put it on your LinkedIn, you can put it on your CV and all of that. So that's the only certificate that we give. But when it comes to professional, we don't really preach that. We believe in practical and hands-on job experience.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Any other person that's got any question, please feel free to unmute yourself. No, raise your hand and I will call on you. Please let me hear from you. So how much is the course in Naira? In Naira, I'm using a standard rate. I'm not even using the current rate now. So the rate in Naira is 510. That is before the discount, 510,000 before the discount. After the discount, I'm not sure how much that will be. But before the discount is 510,000 before the discount. Does your training and certification nullifies the place of Prince 2 certification? No, they are different entirely. But what I'm trying to tell you is my certificate doesn't nullify Prince 2. Prince 2 is still a good to have, but it can only be a good to have when you have the necessary skills in place. What I'm trying to say in essence is doing a Prince 2 first, a PMP certificate, and passing the examination doesn't guarantee you get a job. Why? Because you don't have the experience. I just went extra mile to give confidence to the mind of the student by getting my courses accredited by a professional body, just to ensure that whatever you'll be getting from us has been certified, has been, went through thoroughly by someone, by a body, So we are not just giving you a makeup story just to collect your money. So it's just to give you that assurance, that a higher body than us, has gone through our modules and all of that, every other things that we need to meet for us to get that accreditation. We met them. It's just to give you rest of mind. But in a nutshell, I still preach more about practical training and hands-on job experience. You cannot beat that. You can't shy away from that. So even if you are preparing for Prince 2 or PMP or whatever certification it is, and you don't have the knowledge, it's just, probably you have free money that you just want to, invest somewhere for the future, because hardly, probably if you get an offer, that would be probably someone that want to go and do work experience, with them, because hardly would you see a company that only dwells on certification that they don't need your experience, So yeah, that is that. Elijah, you can unmute again.
Akim, I'm just adding to what you are saying. I finished my a project management degree with Middlesex University in
Wow.
July.
Wow.
And then I studied to do my PMP just December gone.
Yeah.
And then I've done I think I've done about 7 interviews without getting a job because
Yeah.
I don't have practical experience. So like you said, certification alone cannot get you the job, but you need hands-on practical experience. And
Yeah.
that's why I've come to you guys.
Thank you, Elijah. Really appreciate that. Thanks so much for the briefing. My question is about the tools you mentioned. Are they all part of the training? Yes, Esther, this is for you. Yes, they are all part of the training. Let me go back to the tools again. Yeah. So all the tools here are what you are going to be using as part of the journey. MS Project, Idea Board, Planet Poker, Jira, WBS, Gantt chart. Yes, they are all part of the training. That is to you, Esther. Please, if you still want to ask me a question, please feel free to, while I'm reading the question, feel free to raise your hand and I'll be calling you. Please enlighten me on the role of a Scrum Master and how it's different from a project manager. It is different in the sense that if you are a Scrum Master, to me, they don't even do much and they get really, really well paid. They get well paid, To me, that is even the most easiest point of entry to any IT roles. What is your role as a Scrum Master? Remember, you'll be working in an agile team and you'll be following agile rituals. So when it comes to agile rituals, it is someone that needs to facilitate all these ceremonies or all these rituals. That person is your Scrum Master. So when it comes to daily standard facilitation, is your Scrum Master. When it comes to sprint planning facilitation, is your Scrum Master. When it comes to your sprint review facilitation, is your Scrum Master. When it comes to sprint retrospective facilitation, it is your Scrum Master. When it comes to anybody on the project that is blocked by any issue, the first point of contact is a Scrum Master to make sure that he or she unblock whatever it is that is making you not achieving or not doing your work. So when it comes to setting up Jira board, giving access, giving authorization and all of that, it is the job of the Scrum Master. So their job is not that much. And they are only used in an agile setup. So that is why if there's no Scrum Master and a project manager is working in an agile environment, you will need to do all these things I just mentioned. But remember, these are someone's role without combining. You can work as a Scrum Master and they are earning so much. That is why I call this course like a double barrel, because I have another course that is solely on Scrum Master as well. Although I combine that with another training as well for them to get the maximum out of it. So, it's just at the end of the day, when you are applying, you can put project manager / Scrum Master. It is acceptable. It is acceptable. IT project manager / Scrum Master. If you want to split it, you can split it. But it is something that you can do. I can tell you that. So I hope that is to freedom. I hope I have answered that question. Nobody is raising hand. Since you don't like my face, why? You don't want to interact with me, why? Please raise your hand and ask questions. I know you have questions. Can you work as a PM on your own? Yes, now. You don't need anyone else. You don't need to work as in, yes, you can function alone as a project manager. Yes, probably on your project is only one. Even if it's 2 project managers that is needed, all you have to do is collaborate. So there's nothing that you cannot work on your own. Yes, you can function on your own, or you can, if you are more than one, you can collaborate. And that will happen on the project as well. You might be more than one project manager on that project. You will need to collaborate with the other person, to be on board with whatever you're doing. Can this training help with the PMP exams? It can, it can, at least you have the practical knowledge before you go and sit for any examinations. That will make you to have an in-depth understanding of the question, you know. But again, it is not designed to pass PMP. Passing PMP is theoretical, but the course, the training can enlighten you, can make you understand in more details why certain things are done, you know, and which will make you to understand probably the questions in your PMP or Prince 2 better, you know. That is it. But again, it is not designed to pass a certification exam. It is designed, you know, as, you know, a day in the life of a project manager, a day in the life of a scrum master. If you should get a job tomorrow, what are you meant to do? What are your duties if you should get a job tomorrow? That is what we focus on. Elijah, you want to, let's hear from you again.
Okay.
Yes.
This question, you know that as a PM, one
Yeah.
of your deliverables, sorry, is the project charter.
That is it.
Is it the same as a business case?
Is Michael still online? I don't think so. Michael, are you still online? I don't think he's online. Michael would have been the best bet to answer that. Project ball, all I know is on the course, all this documentation, project charter, business case, everything is covered in the syllabus as well. But Michael could have been the one that could share more light because that is his field. But I don't think he's on the call now. But
Okay,
yeah.
after that one, project charter is just like an agreement, an understanding of what you have to do. You don't engage anybody without an agreement, without a letter of award in the field of
That's
construction.
correct.
Charter means the project manager's role is described, what he's going to do, time, and he signs with the client before he moves on. That's the meaning of charter.
Yeah, but anyway, what I know is every of this documentation, project charter, business case, whatever is covered on the journey. But I think Michael, I just saw his message that he's been excused. I think he's got another call or something like that. But yeah, so Elijah, you can be rest assured that the difference will be clear to you if you enroll. Can this training help with PMP? Okay, I've answered that one. Not really clear. Johnson. Is Prince 2 part of it? Yeah, Abiodun.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Abiodun.
All right. Sorry that I did not raise my hand, but I'm having an issue because I'm watching you from my cell phone.
That's fine. That's fine. Go
All
on.
right. So my question is, I'm a newbie in this IT stuff.
Yeah.
Because I study architecture. So, you know, now IT is what is, and digital marketing is what is running the show now. So I want to ask, can this PM be useful in digital advertisement?
When you take on the role of a PM, your intention is to get a role whereby you need to manage one sort of project or the other.
Okay.
You know, that is the skill that you are getting out of it. You know,
Okay.
it's like you know, ability for you to be able to manage people, to be able to manage resources, to be able to manage a project, and to be able to make sure that you deliver to expectation, to budget, to everything. That is what is going to be learned. That is what is going to be learned on the journey. Digital marketing is totally different from. I know it's part of IT, but it's more saturated, and you know, there's more people going into that now. It's one of when it comes to that course itself, we don't offer that course itself. But being a newbie doesn't matter whether you want to transition into project manager, business analyst. All that is required is your determination, because you'll be taking from the scratch. Everyone coming on the training, only few people, probably like Mr. is it Mr. Johnson now, that's got probably like MSc or actually done project management in school. Majority, 80-90%, they don't know anything about project management, but they want to transition, and that is a career path that they really want, and they really want to know more about and transition into. So majority coming don't know anything. So they are in the belief that yes, we owe them by the hand and walk the walk with them, take them from the scratch to the point that they are comfortable with, and they can start applying for jobs. That applies to all our courses anyway. 90% doesn't, and they don't know anything about it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Abiodun.
Well, just to, sorry, sir.
Yes,
Just to equally add to what Mr. Adebode was talking about. Part of the
Abiodun.
beauty and the quality of project management is ability to tailor to any environment, whether digital marketing, whichever area you want to function in. Project management is going to aid you, and is going to help you to actually function effectively well. Are you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whatever anyone is embarking, okay, like as we're talking, is a project for these people to have come up with this interview, with this training, is a project on its own. And a lot of things that have been factored into it. So being a digital marketer is equally a good way for you. Is a project you're embarking on, and all you just need just to pay attention to whatever that is going to be taught and follow the instructions. You will discover that you'll be a digital marketer with a difference.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what? Sorry to bother you. As a digital marketer, right? What you do is that you get jobs for you to be able to advertise on all media outlets like social media, and all sort of medias. So I'm just thinking of how will this PM role help in boosting the career of a digital marketer? That's all.
All right. As T has mentioned, if we want to go the layman way, everything we embark on requires a proper like project management, right? But even aside, probably helping you on your role, you can get, I don't know whether you just want to, probably you don't want to switch, you like digital marketing, and but if you want to explore, you can get much more value out of, being a project manager, much more value than a digital marketer. Also, but if you want to stay as a digital marketer, you can use the knowledge. There are certain knowledge on the course that you learn that can impact your business in a much more positive way, and you get returns. But if you want to diversify, then it's a good one to consider as well.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Mr. Abiodun. Let me just quickly read. Please, if you have questions, if you cannot unmute, if you cannot raise your hand, you can just unmute and talk. What about me, who is in Zimbabwe, who is in Zambia? How can I attend the class? It's virtual, just send me a message. You can copy the number down, just send me a message. We can have a further chat, but it's virtual. Anyone from any part of the country can attend. So if you are interested, you can chat me up later and we'll see how we can go from there. All right, I just saw Michael's message. All right, any other question from anyone? I don't know whether, let me check the last. How is so different from PMP? They are just different bodies that concentrate on two different approaches. That's all. Yes, thank you. Can we have access to? Yes, you can have access to the recording either if you go on our YouTube page at Learn with Pride. You see the recording there, or you can join the WhatsApp group. The recording will be pasted on the WhatsApp group as well. Let me repaste the WhatsApp group on the chat. I know it's somewhere, so that if you want to join, you can join. Yeah, okay. Let me copy it from here and paste it. All right, so you can join that as the WhatsApp group. The recording will be pasted on the WhatsApp group as well. So if you want to join, you can join, or you can go on our YouTube. It should be available by tomorrow on our YouTube channel. Chibo, let me just say the short word. You raise your hand. Kindly unmute and ask your question. Chibo.
Hello, good day. I'm live from Zimbabwe.
Hello, sorry that I didn't say your full name.
No, don't worry. It's okay. Thank you to be part of this program. I just want to ask on for now this oncoming session, we should be starting this April. I won't be available, but I would love to know on the second session, on when is it likely to start?
That will be like end of May.
That will be end of May.
Yeah.
Okay. No, thank you so much, sir. May I'll definitely be one of your students.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, Chibo.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. That is all from the group chat. I don't know whether anyone, before we round it up, whether anyone has got any other question. Again, the actual 3 months journey will be starting on the 3rd of April. That will be on a Monday. It will be twice a week. That will be Mondays and Fridays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. And that will go on for, excuse me, 5 to 6 weeks. Then after that, you'll be involved on a live project as well, where you have the opportunity to ask either as a Scrum Master or as a project manager. And, you can as well put that on your CV as well. Any final question from anyone? If you want to message me, or you have any question, or you want to enroll after this call or before the deadline, you can send me a WhatsApp message on the number on your screen now. I will respond to you. Any question you have, you want me to clarify, any concern you have, you want me to put more light, shed more light into, I'll be more than happy, to answer the question. So please, you can screenshot the page, or you can put the number on your phone and send me a message. I think there's no question from anyone. Again, thank you so much for taking your time to attend the session today. I hope one way or the other, we've all benefit from it as well. And probably it has opened our eyes to see that, whatever we set our mind to, it is achievable. We can achieve it, with our own hard work and with God's favor. Sky is just the beginning. Sky is just the beginning. We are here to walk the walk with you. Not only to collect your money and say bye-bye to you at the end of the 3 months. No, we become a family. We become part of, we aim, we aspire for the same thing, and we are here to support. We are here to help you as well. So why not? I'll be more than happy to see you come on the journey. If you can, I'll really appreciate that. But if you have any question, again, please message me on that WhatsApp number. I'll be more than happy to answer any question. Thanks for your time, and have a lovely weekend, everyone. Thanks for joining the session. Good night.